Okay, so I did my AP Psych project on Dandy Mott, who is a character in American Horror Story Season 4 Freak Shows. Dandy Mott is a rich boy that is constantly spoiled by his mother Gloria. His father was never in his life, and his maid Dora is the one that raised him as Gloria just watched Dandy grow. Dandy's psychological issues began when he tortured and killed cats, which were traits of a sociopath, when he started experiencing symptoms of the Peter Pan syndrome, which he drank out of a baby glass bottle. Dandy was seeking some sort of belonging with the society he lived in, and he found that in the freak show. He demanded to be a part of it, even though he showed no physical disabilities. He later kills everyone in the show after they refuse to respect and accept him. And in that picture I have below is the outfit I attempted to mimic. He dressed kind of baby-like at the beginning, but later into the show, after he figured out that he is a psychopath, he decided to dress more in a suit and kind of fit more into society's norms. Okay, Dandy killed about 20 people, including his mother, housekeeper, and all the freaks in the show. He also killed a lot of housewives whenever he went, and he rang their doorbell and acted like a friend to them. And then he came in and he killed them all and put them in a pool of blood. He also enjoyed, after a while, and after killing all of his victims, he figured out for some reason that he enjoyed drinking their blood and bathing in it. He believed to make that him immortal. He helped Twisty the Killer Clown kidnap victims. Twisty the Killer Clown has a whole backstory to his psychological issues, and he is the killer clown that kidnapped a lot of the characters in the show. His mother kind of bought the clown for Dandy as a friend and for Dandy to use and play with, without knowing that he was a killer, of course. So Dandy becomes friends with this psychopath killer clown, and he begins to go to his hideout place where he helped him kidnap victims and torment them. He tortured and killed cats, and when he was little, his maid would clean up the mess after him, and he would turn the cats inside out. That is exact quote he said. He is the product of incest. His mother married her second cousin. He later figures this out in the show, and he got extremely mad at his mother right before he killed her, and saying that she committed the most deadliest sin. He is the descendant of Edward Mott, who is the billionaire in Season 4, and it is also inferred that his father has psychological issues whenever her mother says what your father did to those girls. So it seems to him like the father has a violent past. Dandy drinks out of a baby bottle, and the baby bottle also has a rubber nipple on it, so it's kind of weird. And then he believed to be God, he believed to be immortal, and that everyone else is below him. One of his disorders is a sociopath. That is an antisocial personality disorder. It is characterized by the lack of regard for the moral or legal standards in the local culture. There is a marked inability to get along with others or abide by societal rules. Individuals with this disorder are sometimes called psychopaths or sociopaths. 4% of the people in the United States are sociopaths, 3% males and 1% females. Symptoms of this is prone to emotional outbursts and fits of rage, constant aggression, committed crimes are disorganized, able to form attachments, feels entitled to certain things, and pathological lying. Dandy's characteristics fit into the symptoms of a sociopath because all his murders were impulsive and messy, like killing his maid and killing his maid's daughter. Those were extremely impulsive and messy. He's also drawn to the conjoined twins. He formed a bond with them, and if they didn't spend time with him, he would grow extremely upset and mad and violent. He felt entitled to everything he desired. For example, the twins and belonging in the freak show. As soon as he saw the twins, he knew he wanted them, and he told his mother that he would do anything for them. So his mother decided to attempt to buy the twins. Of course, at first that didn't pass, and Dandy was extremely mad. So the mother just kept raising the price until finally the twins were sold to him. He also felt entitled to be in the freak show, even though he had no disabilities. And that's probably because he did not belong in normal society, because he had psychological issues, and he felt like being in a place where their issues were, normal there, having issues were normal, he felt like he was at home. He had no problem lying coolly and easily. He was extremely smooth about his lies and had no problem with it. He also tortured and killed cats, as I said before. Biological causes of this is the brain of a sociopath matures at a slower rate than the brain of a non-sociopath. This is tested through functional MRIs and EEGs and biological dysfunctions. Environmental causes of a sociopath is early life trauma like extreme poverty or abuse, coming from an unstable background, and extremely spoiled by a mother, which of course he was extremely spoiled by his mother. Anti-personality disorder, also known as ASPD. Antisocial personality disorder is characterized by a lack of regard for the moral or legal standards in the local culture. There is a marked inability to get along with others or abide by societal rules. Individuals with this disorder are sometimes called psychopaths or sociopaths. Symptoms of this is hostility, manipulation, anger, boredom, lack of empathy, or poor and abusive relationship. 3% of men have it and 1% of female have it. His characteristics of the symptoms are: when he murdered, he had no remorse whatsoever. He just bathed in their blood happily and just enjoyed it. He failed to conform to social norms, and that is why he felt at home when he came in contact with the freak show. He tortured and killed cats, again. He feared abandonment from the conjoined twins. That is why he kidnapped them and spoiled them and made them feel like they will never want to leave whatsoever. He had extreme anger issues. He did not know how to express his feelings for the twins. He had a poor relationship with them. He kidnapped them and felt like kidnapping them was the only way for them to be together. And he claimed to be bored all the time, which is the reasons for all his violent outbursts. He would tell his mother, "I'm bored." He would say babies are boring. He would say everything that is normal in a society is boring. And that is why he found the freak show so entertaining. Biological causes of this is the theory of mother smoking while pregnant, which his mother smoked a lot. Throughout the show, you will notice that she always has a cigar in her mouth. Low resting pulse rates, low skin conductance, and some environmental causes are parents have the antisocial personality disorder, which from his past of psychologically issued family, it's possible that somebody in his family has had that disorder. And homes have the absence of a parent, which his father has never been home, and his mother never raised him. It was the maid. The mother just laid back and watched him grow up. He was also a narcissist, a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. inflated sense of their own importance, deep need for admiration, and lack of empathy for others. Symptoms of this is exaggerated sense of self-importance, taking advantage of others to get what you want, inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others, and expecting to be recognized as superior. About 10% of the U.S. population have this disorder. He refers to himself as God. As I said in the beginning, he believed to be better than everyone else because he thought he was God himself. He showed narcissism in interacting with his mother and members of the freak show, where he insisted if he cannot be put in, no one should be. So whenever he went to the first show, he instantly knew he wanted to be put into the freak show. And when they declined him nicely at first, he claimed that if he shouldn't be put in, no one can because he's the best of them all. Biological causes of this is a genetic abnormality impacting on psychobiological. This is the connection between brain and behavior, and early childhood risk factors are overpraise and excessive pampering, which his mother did that all the time. If something did not go his way, she made it go his way. And abuse and trauma. Peter Pan syndrome. Peter Pan syndrome is a disorder in which a man is unable to grow into maturity. They may grow physically as an adult, but choose to hang on to their own childhood and avoidance of assuming responsibility like a mature person. Symptoms of this is blaming failure on parents or others, undependable, manipulative tendencies, and having difficulty expressing feelings of love. This is mostly seen in males. Dandy had a little tiny glass baby bottle with a rubber nipple that he used to drink out of. He also had difficulty expressing feelings towards the twins, which is why he kidnapped them and forced them to marry him. Causes of this is overprotective parents, spoiled children, and refusal to accept responsibility. Like, whenever Dandy was about to murder his mother, he told her that the reason he is so messed up is because of the deadly sin she committed, which is incest, and that it was her fault that she is the one that started the entire mess, doing that sin of incest. The video I chose, it demonstrates some of Dandy's most psychological outbreaks and most violent. Sometimes it can get brutal and there's a lot of blood in this season. In that picture is Dandy's mother, and you can tell she's very fragile and all of that. And then here are my sources.